What's going on, guys? Teen Mechanic here. I figured I'd make this video because I don't have a ton of Matador content. Yeah, that's a pretty brutal statement right there. This car actually has done fairly darn well for me in terms of content and in terms of drivability, and it was a pretty solid daily driver. It's now not being driven because there's something else coming that there's going to be a whole separate video on very soon. So anyway, let's kind of get into it here. So actually, I have my truck here. I was about to boost it, but I ended up deciding against it because I have some parts that came in the mail: exhaust manifold gaskets and a bunch of flange gaskets donuts that I'm going to be using for the downpipes, because right now it's open manifolds. I've been driving it like this a lot. Actually, like, you guys don't know anything about this car. I've kind of kept it a secret, but right now it's open manifolds, and I've been driving it and driving it. Right now, actually, it has on the odometer like 40. Let's see, 48 to 41. I bought this with 46. Let me think. So it was 46,333, I believe, when I bought it, and now it's at 48,241. So yeah, 2,000 clicks. That's not so bad. Just under. Oh, that's actually not even clicks. That's miles. So 2,000 miles that I put on this car. And I don't know. I drove it. I was very ginger with it. And I'm sure in some other alternate universe. In this universe, however, I was not super nice with it. I drove it, carefully. I was nice with it, but I did try and break it loose in the back end, and it wouldn't. There was 0% chance that anything was going to be happening in the back. There was no burnouts happening. I actually did try it once, and the oil pressure light came on, so I just stopped immediately. And that's actually kind of brings me into my next point: how much oil this thing leaks. Like, see all this down here? Yep. I can't keep oil in it, guys. I just can't. Like, it's gotten so much worse. The valve covers are leaking. The timing cover's leaking. The oil pan is leaking. The oil filter housing is leaking. And the power steering, the gearbox there is also leaking. It's just absolutely crazy how much oil and power steering fluid this thing leaks. Now, the other thing is, I've decided to sell this car. Now, hear me out. Like I said, there's something pretty darn cool that's coming to the channel very shortly. I'm just waiting on tires for it, because it had Sears tires on the back. Sears from 1999. It was pretty damn cool. I love them, and I'm keeping them. But yeah, so I had a blowout in it already. It's insured, just sitting on blocks, so I have not gotten into that yet. Although, actually, if you caught the last video, actually I made a YouTube short about the Cadillac and plans on painting it this summer. If you didn't catch that, go watch it. You get a tiny sneak peek in that video. But anyway, so when one comes in, one has to go out. And this car that I am talking about is not nearly as cool as this car. It's just so much nicer. It's a one owner. I'm not going to say anything else. It's just spectacular, and this one is not as spectacular. It's just much cooler. So I don't know. I'm selling it. I have to sell it, or I have to sell the other one that's much nicer. And I really I don't know. I'm really torn on it, but you guys have to let me know when that ends up coming out. But before I sell it, I have to get a certain price for it, and in order to do that, it has to have some kind of an exhaust and not leak gallons of oil all over the fricking place. So I am going to take these manifolds off right now, and yeah, I'm going to see what we're working with. It's going to be interesting. I hope I don't break any studs. So anyway, we'll find out. All right, so I have several means of not breaking these bolts. First, I'm going to soak them all down with this PVA blaster. And then I am going to, if necessary, break this out, which is not that, I don't know. I'd prefer not to do that, but we'll see if I end up needing to. Now, let's, I don't know. I really don't want to break any of these studs, but let's spray them down and I guess cross our fingers. So there's one bolt at the back that I'm not so sure how I'm going to get to, but I'll figure it out. Although this is the easiest exhaust manifold I've ever seen. Like, I've never seen exhaust manifold bolts come out this easily, but that's fantastic. I'm gonna go all caveman and use a wrench. That's really super annoying. Ah, God. I'll get it. There she goes. Okay. Nice. Gotta love the short throw that you get sometimes in between two hoses. Oh, there you have it. Here's the old manifold. And it's missing one gasket. I managed to get the other two. This thing is supposed to be riveted on, but it's not. So, you know, that's cool. That's awesome. You know what I'm not understanding? There's this little butterfly valve that's supposed to be right here. And it just blocks off exhaust gas, but I don't know why. Like, this heat riser valve here is just always full of heat, right? Which is great. That butterfly valve just blocks off gases, and it almost looks like it's supposed to go in here through to where the smog pump would have been. But those are all plugged now. And this manifold is cracked, as you can see. But, okay, that's interesting to me. Alright, well, that's one manifold, so great. Wouldn't be a terrible idea to paint them, but I don't really have engine paint, and I'm not about to go spend money on some. So anyway, you can see how gross it is down there. Holy crap. Here, let's get you down here. Oh, man, that is just, you know, it's not great, but look inside the head, you can see the exhaust valve. Probably in each one of them. That's that one. And here's the other one. And there's one way back over there somewhere. There you can kind of catch a glimpse of it. And then over here. Yeah, there it is. Anyway, so that's good. I am going to be starting it without manifolds. I know that's stupid, but I'm going to do it anyway because I like living on the edge. Let me think here. So one of the gaskets fell, and then on this side we still have one more manifold to get out. Yeah, here, let me see if I can grab these gaskets. Well, there's one. I don't see the other one, so... oh, geez. One of them is right here, but one of them... What is it, stuck on here? Yep. There it is. Now, one of these was leaking pretty darn bad. And it was on this side. I just don't see where that would have been. And then the other one's underneath. I don't care. Yeah, alright. So, I'm going to go ahead and get the other side off camera. And, yeah, then we'll look at our gasket situation. And, I don't know, guys. Maybe I will grab paint. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get the other side off. Alright, folks. Now comes your absolute moment of stupid. I'm going to bring this tripod back here, and we are going to start it with no manifolds. You know, they say it's a rule that you have to start your car. If you take the exhaust off and you have open manifolds, they say it's a rule. It's the law. You have to start it to see what it sounds like. I don't think it's a law to say that if you take your manifolds off, you should start it. I think they say probably the opposite of that. If you take your manifolds off, don't attempt to start the car, or you might explode things. Now, I'm not most people. So I am going to bring this with me, and I'm going to say absolutely never, ever, ever attempt to do anything that you see in this video. This is all done in a safe manner, in a controlled area. I have to say that. And I definitely have this fire extinguisher also. It's important that I mention that. So anyway, let's give it a shot. I've never done this. I'm a little nervous, but we'll see. Oh my god. You know, that actually sounded less loud than just than actually with the manifolds on it. Holy crap. That's
pretty crazy, actually, guys. Holy crap.
That sounded very scary.
Very intimidating. Luckily, there's nothing on fire at the moment.
Oh god, that was freaky. Oh, I'm gonna play that back. I'm gonna play that back again so I can see it again, because that was just crazy. I'm glad I got to do that, but now I'm gonna stop being stupid, and we are going to put these manifolds back on. I'm not too sure actually if I want to, you know, I don't know. I don't have really the time or money to paint these, and I don't think I care enough, so I'm just gonna leave them be, and I'm sure everything will be okay. Also, you may notice we have a trailer again without a dumpster sitting on top of it. Well, I actually sold the Grand Marquis to a guy rather than the junkyard. I sold it to a guy who said that he really wanted it and he wanted to save it from the scrapyard. So I sold it to him and I made a profit. I'm not going to tell you how much I sold it for you. If you know, you know, but I'm not going to tell you because I'll say that it was more than $100 profit for me, which was pretty cool. And I'm glad that he saved it from the crusher because I didn't want to send it to the junkyard. So now I've got that gone, and I've got a truck, this car, and something else pretty cool. Plus, maybe paint the Cadillac this summer. So we've got lots of cool plans. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and get back on this. I'm gonna clean off the manifolds because they're filthy. So I'm gonna clean off the mating surfaces for the gaskets, grab some Scotch-Brite, and I guess we'll do that. God. Coming along quicker than I thought. Okay, so all I'm using to clean these guys off is some brake clean, this brush I found, because I, for the life of me, can't find Scotch-Brite. So anyway, I'm just gonna douse this, rub that off as best as I can. Maybe grab a razor blade, actually. I know this seems awfully thrifty, but it works. Also get some free drywall mud on it. That's great. Alright, these are definitely clean enough. I spent like 5 minutes cleaning them. That's not so bad, really. So, yeah, okay. Clean manifolds now. And we are going to throw these in. I didn't do the best job getting all this stuff off. I mean, I can't really get it all off unless I really get in there with the corner of this thing. And now, I know some purists will call them. I used to be one of those people that would say never scrape gasket surfaces with a metal blade of any kind. This stainless steel is, well, that's not stainless steel, is not going to dig into this cast iron. It's just not. So, what is this, aluminum maybe? Yeah, that's not. No, it's not. It's rusty, Joe. Come on. Anyway, yeah, that's not digging in there, so I'm not so worried about it. Anyway, let's take a look at the gasket materials, or the gasket material, singular, and let's see if it matches up properly. So here it is. I don't want to get cancer from it, but whatever. Anyway, this here already is looking good. So hang on, let me break these apart. All right, so I'm not sure which side is which, actually. I assume that's the correct side. I can already see that's perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. Yep. So this is gonna go well. I'm not sure if it says on here. Okay, it says right here, if gasket is steel-faced on one side and fiber on the other, install the steel-faced side toward the manifold. So I was correct. Okay, that's good. Yeah, okay, that doesn't matter to me. Okay, yeah, so I'm actually going to, while I have these off, I'm going to test donuts I have in there. Let's see.
So the one that seems the most out of place is this one because it's the biggest one I have, and there's just no way I'm returning it, so let me just open it anyway. And grab her out of here, and we'll see if this is supposed to fit here. I don't know, that seems awfully large. All right, now I'm sure this has lead in it, but anyway, if we fit it in there, yeah, that's definitely not looking like that's supposed to fit in there. Let's check this guy out. Nope, that does not look right either. Well, that seems awfully small, I'd say. So I guess I'm just going to use this one anyway. Although the one that I had seemed like it was that size, not that size. Those seem small. And if we look and see if this fits, yeah, see, that fits in there just fine. So, okay, that's good with me. The thing is, on this side, I'm going to just get it and show you. All right, so in here, this is where I've kind of kept everything. Here is one of the old donuts. Let's take a look at this right here and compare the size. Hey, look at that. It's just got a way bigger inner diameter. So, I don't know, that's close enough. Who cares? And then take a look at this. That's the correct one. So, yeah, I don't know, whatever. Although that's way too big for this, so clearly that goes with this one. So, yeah, I guess, no, that is the right size. No, this is for a different one. Sorry. This is correct for that one. This one is correct. This one is for this one. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Now, this is what I was talking about right here. One of the instructors at my shop at my school have gone through this with me. I'm not exactly sure. I forget all that we talked about, but it's. I thought it was heat riser related, but I really couldn't tell you. He says I should keep it. I'm not so sure about that. It adds about that much more of a gap, so I'm thinking maybe I should run to just Canadian Tire and grab pipe and then just cut it. I don't know, guys. I think I'm just gonna get rid of this. Like, do I really need that? No. I don't think that I do, because I think that's probably smog pump related. So I think I'm just gonna stick with this. I'm gonna hope and pray that my pipe that I have for the downpipe is long enough. Let's look at that too. Actually, I'll bring that out. All right, so this sits on the driver's side, which is over here. And if we kind of envision or imagine this here, I'm going to do something dangerous and pick up trash and stand instead of here. Okay. So let's see just how much, because I would swear, look how much this was leaking. I would swear this did not have a donut in it. I don't know. I just feel like it didn't, but let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna just... I think that I don't need this. I mean, it definitely adds a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I could bend the pipe, guys. I could just bend the pipe upwards. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Because, yeah, I really would rather just bend metal than try and fiddle with that thing. So, yeah, let's figure that out, I guess. All right. You may very well be witnessing me doing something very stupid here, but here goes. Great, that did nothing. Actually, that's broken now. Ah. My God. This thing won't frickin' break. There you go.
Now here's my spacer. There's just one problem with it. This hole, this hole. Yep, so basically, if I have exhaust going through the manifold, there's going to be exhaust coming out of either one of those spots, but I have a plan. There's actually sleeves in there, and I have a feeling I can tap those. So I'm going to get my tap set, and I'm going to see if I can tap them, and then put a screw in there. Right here is my tap set, and it's old, and I love it. That is from Canadian Tire. This is actually pretty darn cool. I like this thing. Brand new, actually. Well, not brand new. I've only used it, I think, twice, but it's brand new, guys. All right. Now, I have these two bolts. Very different lengths, but whatever. I'm not exactly sure which one they are. This one's going to be metric for sure. If you guys haven't ever used one of these, it's pretty cool. You have these little gauges, and you just find the one with teeth that mesh close enough. And any good tap and die set should have one. This is metric. There are obviously also SAE ones in there, although, let's see, I don't know, maybe this one. Hey, there you go. That meshes perfectly. And this here, it says right on all of them. Looks like it says 1.25. So that's a 1.25 right there. You can see it meshes perfectly with the threads, no play. It just fits right in. An example of one that does not fit properly is like this right here. It kind of starts to try and fit in, but doesn't quite. And then an example of one that's too small, or actually just barely too small, is it goes in, but does not mesh properly. You will feel it if you find the right one that meshes. It just is perfect. So anyway, 1.25, and I believe this one will be the same, if not similar. Yep, 1.25. So perfect. Now we know. And just in case there's any doubt in your mind, once you find the right one, you can mesh them together, and they just fit perfect. And they are obviously the same thickness and everything like that, which is perfect. Anyway, so now what I'm going to do is go ahead and tap these holes, and I'll show you how to do that. You want a nice steady surface to work on there. So I'm using the trailer. It actually does work pretty well. So once you find the correct tap, which I have here, you're going to grab your the correct driver here. It's a very simple setup. As you can see, it just goes like that. Now what I'm going to do, taps are very brittle and easy to break. I'm going to spray it with WD-40. Always keep your taps and dies lubricated, very well lubricated. And you want to do this very, very steadily here. So I'm going to start it like this. Now, another thing to mention, if this was just regular cast iron, you can't really do that. Sorry about that, ran out of storage. Anyway, if this were regular cast iron, you can't really do it with these taps. Although this is a little sleeve, so I feel comfortable doing it. You kind of start to feel it bite. You apply very, very steady and even pressure just as it gets started. Spray tons of lubrication, little tiny bits at a time. Back up a little, go forward. Back up a little. If you ever start to feel it kind of hang up, which you will also know, back up and go forward. As you can see, it looks like it's at an angle. It's actually going straight in. Anyway, yes, it's a very intricate process. You have to just be careful with it. So, and you apply very steady, even pressure the whole time. And you go like a half turn or a quarter turn and then back up a quarter turn. Keep it lubricated, spray any of that crap out of there. You'll also know if you break a tap, because half of it will be stuck in the hole you're tapping, and then pretty much your piece is garbage. And it's really annoying, and you can't even weld to them. So anyway, what I'm doing here, you just keep doing that until you get through, or to the bottom. You'll know when you get to the bottom if it's enclosed. In this case, it'll just go right through. Alright guys, so I'm sorry that I couldn't record the rest of the tapping process, but what I have done here is I started the tap on this one, and the screw's way too long, and it's really, really tight, and I'll either, like, I didn't mind, snapping the bolt, but what would happen is I would strip the threads I tapped, so I stopped tightening it. I'm going to cut the rest off. It's already in plenty deep enough, and this one I got in there completely, and that's great. So I'm just going to cut this off with the Sawzall now, and then we'll have the leaks plugged here. Come on, you. This is not the best way to be doing this. Think with your brain, don't work hard. Isn't that what the saying is? That's what you get when you have a terrible blade. Not just a terrible blade, but sometimes lack of brains. There you go. Now it's plugged. The smart thing to do would be to grind that down. I've ruined a Sawzall blade, possibly a Sawzall, but out of that came a fantastic spacer now that is no longer a stupid valve. So anyway, I'm gonna jerry-rig it together at the end of the trailer, and we'll see how it fits. And I think now that it's getting late, we might have to wait till tomorrow. But this is honestly coming along pretty darn well, guys. I'm actually impressed with this. I hope this wasn't like the most valuable part of the AMC that I've single-handedly destroyed. But either way, it's looking good. It's looking actually kind of almost like it's supposed to. There we go. Alright, so basically what's going to end up happening is this is going to slide in here as it should. And then there's going to be another donut that just goes in there, and it's great. It's actually working now. So anyway, let's get these manifolds on, and I do have the studs, and that's all. So yeah, we're going to have an actual exhaust on this thing by the end of hopefully today. And the other thing is, over here amongst all my junk is this, which is a muffler, bottle muffler from the AMC apparently, originally. And I may, if I'm lucky, have a exhaust clamp large enough to, if I were to take maybe a better blade on that Sawzall and cut right here, I might be able to clamp that on. I'm going to go see if I have a clamp big enough. If I don't, I don't know. Alright, well, it's the next day, but it's getting real dark on us pretty quick, so I gotta make some quick work of this. But all I'm gonna do is throw these manifolds back in, and I'm gonna probably just time-lapse this because that's the quickest, most efficient way to do things these days. Alright, I got one manifold in, all torqued down correctly. Now that actually wasn't so bad. The new gaskets are in there, and it's seated in pretty nicely. And on this side, we still have one more left to do. But as you can see, it looks pretty good down there. I think this is going to go pretty smoothly. Well, I shouldn't have said that, but anyway, I'm hoping I can get the last one on there before the sun is completely gone, because I definitely want to, I don't know, I gotta at least have the manifolds on this thing, God, before, and then I just gotta get the damn Y pipe on, and then I'm taking this to my school on Monday, and we can weld a muffler on and just hang it, and then I'm gonna go to Canadian Tire and get a pipe that I'm just gonna stick it out the side. I don't even know if I went over this. All I'm gonna do is have a pipe that comes out along, and I'm just gonna stick it right out the side. And it's single exhaust, not dual, not each side. That would be awesome. It's not. Don't have the money or time, but I am going to be. It's going to be awesome anyway. I might get a thrush muffler just so it has a little bit of throatiness. But yeah, anyway, so let's go ahead and get this side in before it gets dark. Probably not going to do that on camera, so I'm going to snap my fingers. And I guess we'll have that guy on here, but yeah, it might even, it might actually be dark by the time it's on there. But anyway, yeah, so let me snap my fingers. And there you have it. It is dark, and it is done. So I'm happy with that. Nice and torqued down. New gaskets in this side, new gaskets in that side. Mosquitoes running rampant. But yeah, so we've got everything together. I'm going to pack up, and then I'm going to go in for the night, and I'll catch you guys in the morning. Well, I'm an unconventional guy, so I'm going to end this video in a very unconventional way. I'm sorry to kind of cut to this, but unfortunately, I have hit a block. I am now stuck, and I cannot wait to publish this video for as long as it would take to receive more parts in the mail. The Matador, I was this close. I was gonna get that exhaust on and mounted, but the donut flange gasket, whatever you want to call it, fell off of the driver's side, and I have no idea where it went. So it's gone, and that's just the way the world goes round. So anyway, now I gotta order another one, and then I'll have the exhaust kind of starting to come together. So anyway, I'm going to end this video now. If you want to see a part 2, like and let me know in the comments below. But anyway, yeah, stay tuned for the next video. I've got a pretty cool one coming out, the introduction of something special, so stay tuned for the next video. And I'll see you very soon in the next video on probably either the... which is sitting right there. The truck is still going great, but yeah, let me know what you want to see with that thing. Probably have a couple of cool things I want to do with it. I'm not even sure if I want to keep this or the new one, or I like, honestly, I've hit such a block in the road, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I'm not even sure what to do yet, but anyway, like I said, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you very soon in the next video. Yeah, stay tuned. Got some cool stuff coming. Bye-bye. Alright, so there's one bolt to the back I don't even know how I'm going to get to, so we'll see. This is, of course, it's a plane. Oh, a plane. Good. I live the furthest freaking place away from the air. Even pressure the whole time, and of course there's another plane flying overhead.